My fellow Nigerians, how una dey? Welcome to my page Talk Show with Paul Osama. For this page, we dey give una correct gist wey dey happen for Naija. If you dey new, no also forget to subscribe. If those of you watching from YouTube, no forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Talk Show with Paul Osama. Follow our Facebook page Talk Show with Paul Osama. Drop your comment at the end of this video. What do you think about this video? And also, don't forget to like this video. Thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can show it to other people just like you. Alright, so let's go to the news for today. Secrecy and privacy in marriage. The case of John Okafor daughter Jasmine Okafor, wey just marry a few months ago, wey don dey file divorce against her husband. No be small thing dey work, no be small thing dey happen. Una don already know the story of wetin happen. Jasmine Okafor was he dated this guy from America. He's a Nigerian guy wey dey US. After a few months of talking to him online, about 4 months or so, the guy fly down, and after 4 days of meeting her physically, the guy popped the big question. He said, "Will you marry me?" And the girl accepted, I will marry you. This was a sweet love story that we read on the internet that was exciting everybody, and we were really happy for her. Even some girls were tapping from her grace, tap. They were tapping from electric current. Sweet love story that was popping on the internet, on TikTok and social media. Few days ago, the internet went agog again. What happened? This guy, Jasmine Okafor, found out that this guy was divorced with about 2 kids from previous marriage that he never told her. So the reason for the divorce is that this guy had been previously married. He don't divorce the wife, and he can't get 2 children for that marriage, and he no tell this girl Jasmine. Don't forget that the time they knew each other was very short, and very short. In fact, we surprised their relationship moved with the speed of light. But anyway, game wey one cut go cut, now so people talk am. So no matter whether they dey long or they dey short, game wey one cut go cut. But surprisingly, this revelation came about because he wan file divorce against the man, say he no go fit take that life. Privacy and secrecy, e dey very different. As an intended spouse, as an intended couple, you own your husband or your intended husband, your intended wife to a certain honesty. You get some things wey be say you no go fit hide from them. You need to let them know, be aware of that situation. And no be marriage counselor, but this is just common sense wey everybody suppose get. Anybody wey you wan intend to marry, whether you wan marry as a girl, you wan marry man, or as a man you wan marry girl, there are things you must open up to that person. You cannot hide that thing from him. Otherwise, once you know you cover up that lie, tomorrow it will be revealed and open show, and then disgrace. In Benin they say that is the matter wey they say make a papa not here, and papa will come settle that same matter. This is exactly what happened to Jasmine and the guy when they marry, and the husband when he want fight divorce against you. Since you own, you need to tell your husband. If you have been married before, you need to tell your husband or your wife when you want married. If you have children before, you need to let your husband or your intended wife know. If you get any terminal sickness, your wife or your intended husband should know. If you get huge debt before, your husband and your intended wife or your intended spouse, whoever, is supposed to know. If you dey like do man to man, or you be woman, you dey like do woman, or you dey do both, you know what I talk about now. No, you must not deceive your husband or your wife to that kind of marriage. You must let them know beforehand. If you get things wey be say go dey threatening, or maybe okay, you don, as you as a man, your bullet, dey fit shoot better bullet where the bullet dey miss, it's not well loaded. Your wife to be must be aware of this. Or as a woman, say maybe small thing, something don happen to you before, whether by your fault or not your fault, it don happen to your womb, your belle, you no fit carry pikin for belle again. Your intended spouse must be aware of this thing. These things are common sense. You cannot hide this thing. If you hide this thing, the same thing go still come haunt you in the future. So you must let them know so that they will decide. No, they say, I'm not going to tell her, I will not tell him, I will not tell him, I will not tell him. My brothers and sisters, I will not tell him, and they will still come and be aware. It's like a relationship that's built on lies. How you say make it stand? Now, don't forget, so not be everybody they fit take that kind of thing. And you cannot determine people's reaction once they find out the truth about what they hide from them. You can't determine it. Some can feel like this case of a Jasmine now, where the guy not tell and say he don't get children. Some women now go just feel bad for a while. They go they go forgive, they go let go. But you cannot say that for every woman. Everybody get the way they react to it. So you cannot predict what other people will react to, the lies you have been hiding from them. So it's better to be honest and plain, so that the person will now decide whether to go on with the relationship or not deceiving the person into that relationship, and at the end of the day the truth will still be found, the truth will still come out, and it will haunt you for the rest of your life. So be honest with your intended spouse. It is very, very important. I think our ancestors were wise. Let me tell you what, many of us might not agree to that method today. We know we are not in 21st century. Our ancestors, then, once a guy wants to marry, once a woman wants to marry, and they have declared interest to be married, the family of both of them will send entourage or whoever, or spy, if you can call them a spy. They will send it to the both villages. This one will send it, this one will send it, and nobody will know. What would they do? What is their job? Now to find out this family where my daughter want marry to, how them be. This family where my son now want marry to now, how them be. They will find out all those things. It is with that finding out, they will now make an informed decision either to grant their daughter or their son permission to go ahead with the marriage or not. This was the wisdom of our forefathers, and yet we say they are archaic. Look at the lies that many people they do today in the name of covering up for their marriage. You see, you can decide to be private with your life, like you don't want to put your business, let's say for instance social media, you don't want to put your business out there, which is understandable. But when it comes to secrets, right, when you now start saying, oh, you cannot tell your wife or your intended husband that you have children outside before you were formerly divorced or something, when you cannot tell them that one, that's become a secrecy, and that secrecy can damage your marriage. See, there's nothing wrong with marriage as an institution. People are just not honest enough. People wey dey enter marriage are just not honest enough. Now wetin dey see cause all this plenty wahala in the society, because the two people wey dey enter, they are not being honest enough. And you cannot build on lies. Anything built on lies will definitely collapse. It doesn't matter the time it will take. The truth will always come out. So be plain and talk to your spouse about anything that is of concern, so that they will make an informed decision to go ahead. So Jasmine, we understand the pain of being told a lie that you were never aware of, and then later on you now find out it hurts so bad. Everybody know the pain of this is what they tell you. So we hope that whatever decision you take by this time, nobody should force her to say agree or accept, or they will come and beg. After they beg, allow it now, let them go. No, nobody should decide what is best for you. You are the one that will know what is best for you. Don't let family pressure you. Don't let your people pressure you. Now you know wetin they say. Now who wear shoe, then they know how take the pain for leg. Now only you know how that thing go take do you. So you are left alone to make that informed decision. Nobody should make it for you. We understand how painful it can be for this type of situation. So these are the stories where they bubble for internet for a while. So make I bring out to now and not be marriage counselor. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel again. Like this video, drop your comment. What if you were you now? You go forgive that kind of person. Say you don't know before, say you don't born before. Now you don't find out, say you don't born. If now you, will you forgive the person and just move on with the marriage? Or will you say, it's a lie, I cannot continue with this type of thing? Drop your comment below if you read your comment. I can't wait to read your comment. So thank you guys for listening, and have a blessed day or night ahead, depending on where you are watching. All right, bye bye.